4? Last time we played, we talked to a dragon who was destroying a dam, and now we're in a village filled with traps, and it's probably gonna be wacky, and we're probably gonna fall into a trap for sure. For sure. How you doing there, Frank? Thanks for that. Much appreciated. Possibly. So let's change the camera around. Oh, I can't go there. Looking kind of suspicious here. Pretty sure that that box is a trap as well. Let's find out. It was a trap. Well, chat, you get to decide. Left, middle, or right? Left, middle, or right? Left, middle, or right? I'm gonna assume Zero in Freeport meant this one. Oh. Oh. Harry. Now, what does this guy do? Let's guard. Oh, it's a mimic. Hey, the Romby, how you doing? I've been doing well. How you guys doing? A freaking mimic. You think the mimic has an ability? We'll guard one more time, and if not, we'll just go ham. Yeah, I don't think he does. All right, well. I suffered through the bad part of Landstalker. You mean all of it? Got him. Ice Punch. Ooh, I think that would be good for Urshan. That's not the menu option. Alright, let's see what we can get for Urshan here. Ice Punch. Ooh, water range. Alright, nice. Someone here. There's no way there'd be a treasure chest here. I knew it. I knew it! Yeah, this is probably a mine. Tanked it like a pro there, Nina. There's something in the barrels? No. Oh. So Cray can move barrels. Maybe we gotta push a barrel down below. No. Maybe there's a ladder here. That's right. Golf is a rich man's game. Can't afford it. Oh, hello. Hmm? Oh, there's a little jump stands there. And to get there, well, I can't. Ain't that a shame? Nina, just hop over. You're right there. You can literally fly. Oh well. I mean, it's not a big deal. We just gotta find another ladder. You know, that is technically true. It's a bear trap. I'm not gonna get snapped by that. Caution, this area is trapped. You don't say. Another bear trap. Hey, boys. You're the ones who just stepped on that bomb, aren't you? I was the one who made that trap, you know? Oh, thank you. I can't believe anyone would step on such an obvious trap like that. I mean, it was right out in the open. You ain't so bright, are you? Here's residence. Feel free to play with the pet. Okay. Is it a trap? It's a trap. Oh, that is a bee troop. Oh, but maybe the bee troop will give us an ability. Who has a bee troop in their village? Bee troop emo when? I don't think bee troop has the staying power to be an emote. He blocked it. Oh, he's still alive. Oh. Is bee troop gonna kill me? Well, the answer may surprise you. To get the earthquake, I think I need to rock blast into fire. And we'll just heal with Nina. Nope, didn't combo. Why is there such a high-level monster here? Is the mayor trying to kill us? Oh, bronze shield. Now the problem is Cray's out of magic. Hey there. If you made it this far, I bet you've been able to make a few combo attacks, right? Have you been able to use Burn and Sever to make Firewind yet? We got lots more useful things to tell you about. What do you want to know? About ranks. There's more than 4 members in your party. The members you've entered commands for move up to the front rank while the rest go to the back. What's so good about being in the back, you say? Well, you don't get attacked for one thing. Also, people in the back rank regain ability points based on their CP, concentration level. Because it's CP, there's no P in concentration. Finally, moving to the back rank cures any status changes. Oh, that's pretty good. Except for poison. Oh, that's bad. Knowing when to change ranks is the sign of an experienced fighter. Masters. Have you met any of the masters yet? If you're studying under a master, which abilities go up when you gain a level change, and you can learn all sorts of skills from them. When you first start studying with a master, they each teach you a special skill called a willpower skill, or will for short. Hey there, Yashibe, how you doing? These skills can work automatically and are like that master's trademark skill. Try to find the master that best suits you. Okay. About camp. In camp, you can transfer skills to one party member to another, or even change which master a character is studying under. And by talking to other party members in camp, you get hints about where you should go and what you should do next. One thing you've got to be careful about, though. Resting in camp won't restore your max HP. No. If you learned a lot of skills, you should organize them. Each character can have up to 8 skills at a time. If a character's already got that many skills, he or she can't learn anymore. Ooh. Returning a skill to the skill scroll won't use any aurum, so you can return skills as many times as you want. Okay, that's pretty good. So you already know everything I have to say, huh? Great. All right. Hey, can you stand there for a minute? No, this looks like I'm gonna get bonked. I'll do it. I'll do it for you, kid. You son of a... Not even animals are dumb enough to fall for that one. I'm gonna chuck you in the ocean. Oh, that's the pet. That was the pet? Yeah. That was a cat. Oh. I think I needed to fall here, actually. Yeah. Or did I? No, not here. Drop-ins, but Bonza. How's about a flutter? Can't do it, mate. Time's a wasting. Got him, yes. What? No good, mate. But you sure put in the big ones. What's he talking about? You know where the mayor is? No good, mate. But you sure put in the big ones. We put in together, we're not sharing a swag. Got him, yes? Right. Oh, we got a fish head. Hey, there's Arthur. Who was he talking to? Also, guess there's no way out but in the trap. Oh, guess not. But here. Me? I like digging holes. Meow. Cluck. I sure hope this is not a trap. Oh, that's actually money. Nice. Alright, so we just gotta find the mayor. Shouldn't be that tough. How are we doing on health, though? Gotta switch. Now we're more or less okay. I highly doubt we're gonna find anything in here. But you never know. Might as well heal back up to full. Was it here or was it the other? Was the other place where we could get a full heal? You didn't get hurt walking around the village, did you? The rooms here aren't that big. You're welcome to stay. Alright, free heals. Yes. Okay. Well, let's not step on the mine. It's pretty obvious. Entry without permission of the mayor is prohibited. Screw the mayor. If you want to go through here, you need the mayor's permission. Oh, shoot. Well, I gotta find the mayor. Whoa, gotcha. Gotcha good. The door is trapped. You won't be able to get in that way. Well, I guess we'll go from the back. That didn't really help us. We really have no time for this. Now I'm chuffed. You gonna play with me? What do you want to play? No good, mate. But you sure put in the good big ones. Okay. You really got no idea at all, do you, mate? Got him, yes. That's the spirit. In like Flynn now. Wasn't there a town called Flint? Wrong, you lose. What? Am I talking to a bird? Will not play with you. Hold on a minute. Speak in an Australian accent. Oh boy. Give me a second. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, are we on or are we, aren't we, then? What's this, then? Are you trying to pull a flyer? Look who's talking. No good, mate. You're loose. Why am I playing mind games with a bird? Now give me a second, I gotta liberate the cat. Free my homie. To every Commonwealth accent is the same. I'm one voice Andy. We really have no time for this. Now I'm chuffed. You gonna play with me? No. Hold on a minute. Are we on or aren't we then? What's this then? You're pulling a flyer? Sorry. No good, mate. You lose. I'm not gonna read all this constantly. Gonna burn out my throat in a second. Okay. We'll play with you. No good, mate. You lose. This freaking bird. Don't have time for this. No. No. Beauty. Nuke. Up there with Cosley, that one. You really got the ticker. That was easy. Thanks, you bet. Not really. We got lucky. Oh, I don't know about that one. We'll go with we got lucky. No good, mate. You lose. Maybe there's something I'm not getting here. Is it because Australians are so sarcastic? Oh, shoot. No good, mate. You lose. Why do they have to give him an Australian accent? Oh. Swear to God. I love menus. You really? Thanks, you bet. Not really. Thanks. No good, mate, you lose. There's probably something I'm not getting. And it's probably not just Australian banter. You bet. No good, mate, you lose. Well, we got all the wrong options, which is fantastic. Just gonna spend an hour here just doing the menus. No. No. Not really. Good on ya, mate. It's been bonza. How can I do ya? Where's the mayor? He's in the woods out back west. You wanna chat? That's the ticket. That must mean he's in the woods to the west, right? Australians, am I right? So off to the woods to the right. I should have saved. Possibly. Probably a dialect, that's for sure. Can I see something? Ooh. Have we fought fungoids? Uses command on its enemies. Interesting. Well, I can probably take out one. Do the old burn and blast. Also, the fact that we're acting second is kind of bad. You're still alive? Slime Boy needs to die, but we also need to get that ability. We'll have Cray just destroy the Flugu. Guard. Well, let's keep guarding, I guess. So I wonder what's the trigger for command. I swear, this is just like drawing magic from Final Fantasy VIII. $200? When do you do 200 damage? Okay. Some apples here. I wonder if we can get them if we used Urshan. How do I swap out someone? Hey! How many apples can I get? Wait, how many apples can I get? What does an apple do anyways? Can't be that important if I'm getting like a ton of them. Favorite of boars, restore 100 HP. That's pretty incredible. Why would I not? Alright, well, we're doing this for 2 hours. Oh, I wouldn't collect all those apples. We're gonna get attacked by boars. Leave this on and boot up Mahjong. Now we're playing Mahjong after this, don't you worry. Well, I guess that should be enough. Well, let's make it a flat 50 then. 52 because I need healing. There we go. Said you can't come in. Huh? They're looking for the mayor. There's a small problem. I mean, the mayor of Kyria is in here. But he's, well, he's lost. Some really fierce wild animals moved into this forest a while back. Me and the mayor figured we should get rid of them. That's why we came in here. But we only know how to make traps, see? We're not too good at hunting. I'm afraid we haven't had much luck so far. I think we laid too many traps. Kind of got hoist on our own petard, you know what I mean? I don't know what to do anymore. So do you have any idea what's happened to the mayor? Well, he's either gotten stuck in one of his own traps, or he ran into that monster. Want to go in there looking for him? I won't stop you. Here, take this with you. An apple. Try putting that apple on a stump in the woods. You should be able to lure the monster out with it. So if we find the monster and follow it, you should be able to find the mayor, I hope. But be careful. There's a lot of traps in the woods. Oh, well. I'm sure we'll be fine. I still want to learn that ability, though. I love confusion. It's my favorite debuff. Alright, we should be able to one-shot the Flugu. Yeah? Well, that was an ability. Oh, so I can't switch over to... Oh. To get the ability. Damn you, Urshan. I mean, it's not really that important to get all the abilities. We're not doing a 100 completion run. Would be nice though, but I wonder if this tree looks mighty suspicious. We'll swap an Urshan for Cray. I don't think we need to push anything right now. So it seems like we're getting items from the trees, but is it all the trees that give you items? You know what these guys remind me of? They remind me of the mushrooms in Baldur's Gate, which all they do is cast confusion, and they're a real pain in the ass. Huge pain in the behind. Yeah, I don't think he gives an ability. Now that I think about it, he's only been using 2 moves, attack and confuse. Hmm? Oh. Let's put an apple on it. Excellent hiding spot right there. Follow the tracks. That's another minigame. Ah, but we gotta avoid the traps. I see how it is. Where do I go from here, though? Oh, I have to go down there. The fact that he goes first as well, got huge agility, which makes it that either you get confused or you parry right off the bat, so you can't really rely on combos. That sucks. Okay. Oh. Little treasure here. Can I not go? Oh. Oh, is there a character that has like claws that you can use to climb up? Is that a thing? How do I get out of here? Oh. I'm gonna assume this. think it would do much to Urshan, though. Since she has, you know, a metal body. Hey there, Quintuple. How you doing? Unleash the snipers. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's try the apple thing again. And hopefully, this time, not mess up. A lot of mini games in this game. Now, I'm gonna assume we're gonna fight a boss soon. This is gonna be a pain. Oh. Because we can only have 3 fighters. Yes, sir. Oh, comboing into Rock Blast, so that would be 7. We need 10 at our next ability. Yeah. Though we could bring Urshan into the battle. It's not, it's very easy, actually. There we go. Mirror surely somewhere in here. Possibly in the waterfall. Get rid of Fungoid here. Wild shot. I've been wondering something about the game, though. Fire. Nina's whole quest is to find her sister, right? Her kidnapped sister. Which is very similar to the Nina in Fire Emblem 2. Breath of Fire 2, where she needs to rescue her kidnapped sister. Now I wonder if that's the thing in every game. Like if Breath of Fire 1 and 3 also has the Nina having to save her sister plot. Though I don't know if we have Breath of Fire aficionados in the chat. What's a Nina? It's the yellow-haired blob there on the second row. I feel like there was something here, though. Oh. Excuse me, but are you the mayor? Shh. It worked. My trap worked. You saw it, didn't you? That stupid animal just walked right into it. Do I know how to make traps or what? That's what you get, you dumb furball. How'd you get so stupid anyway? Running the family? Uh-oh. I guess so. There's the mum. Well, that would be the family, eh? Hey, why are we fighting this? Oh, he's a chonky boy. Also, I am not healed for this. Ooh. Protecto. We can combo. Oh, it's Maman. Spore loves apples. Distracted by the apple. Okay, so. There's body press and rock blast. Well, if you want rock blast, you got it right here. We are shielded. Wild swing into blind attack into... We'll give him an apple, I guess. If we can just stall him. Oh, we blinded him. That's something very rare. Hit him with the chlorine. Attack. We'll rest. Okay, so a late apple is not worth it. But an early apple? Yeah, so basically I'll just apple pummel, apple pummel. Or maybe not. I would have to use an apple every off turn. Oh, he also lost his blind there. Chlorine into blind. Oh, they combo? That definitely comboed. Let's try that again. I think I'll slap Crane in the back row because he has no AP left. So it's wild into attack into rest. Our AP back up. Well shot into burn, into sever. Rock blast. Uh-oh. Why did burn combo with the wild swing? Should we turn into a dragon? No, not yet. It'll be our ace in the hole. Oh, good thing I was healing. Prey gets 1 AP in the back row. That's sad. Well, it's all hips. He's got no arms. And he's got to carry huge trunks as well. And by huge trunks, I mean a huge trunk and horns. Ooh, the damage is good. The damage is very good. Oh, very nice. Everyone gets a level. Oh, Flame Punch. That's probably one of the best looking sprite game out there. Well, I must say I am in your debt. Thank you, and by the way, who are you? What are you doing here? You're the mayor of Kyria, right? Yes, yes I am. You wanted to see me, did you? Well then, let's go back to the village and we'll talk. No, I need the treasures. We don't have the time to be hanging around here like this, okay? The people in that village really like traps, don't they? Wonder if any of them get hurt by their own traps. Person is very sleepy. Well, it's not. Sorry, not horns, tusks. Save. We did fight a giant boss, and it went pretty well. I don't think we were in trouble. We didn't have to use any items. Well, besides the apples. And we still only got one master. Yeah, we haven't done a combo of 10 hits yet. I don't even know how we do that. And we haven't learned any other skills. Got Wild Swing, Molasses, Chlorine, Blind, Distracted does nothing. Rest is pretty good. Burn and Eddy. There is an ice attack and a rock attack that we can get later on. Would be nice to have. Now, I think I'll go back to the forest because there were some treasures we didn't get. They could be mimics though, which would be bad. boy, that's a lot of them. Hopefully we don't get... Hey, we got a new move. Medium healing. Right? Ugh. Oh my... I don't think that could have been any worse. Actually, we might get a combo from this. Because thankfully, Chad attacked the right guy. That will attack, I guess. Why is Urshan getting 10 AP on the bench? Is Urshan actually like a... Is he like a wizard? And you have to get a master on him? 'Cause that concentration is huge. Like, we could give him Burn and Eddie. Yeah, he has 10. What? He's got 10 CP, which CP is when you're on the bench. You get like 10 AP. Well, you get 1 AP per CP. So he would heal his whole AP bar by being 1 turn on the bench, compared to Cray, who has 1 CP. So to heal his full magic bar would take 22 turns. Hey, you know what? I might put a master on Urshan then. Get a master on Urshan, get the abilities, the magic abilities. Why would we want to do this though? Okay, but why? Maybe that leads to a treasure, actually. Ooh, I'm actually curious now. I might want to do that. Also, I'm gonna try to make Urshan a wizard. Don't be confused. Thank you. Yeah, I think this is my highest combo. 7. I don't know if it's a good idea though. What? What was that damage? Holy cow. I really feel like there's something good in here. In this area, in this forest. What happens if... Hey, we got a pointed stick. Is that a sword? No. What is a pointed stick? Yeah, not really that useful. Who would have thought? You know what? There might be some treasures in here, but finding the enemies are so annoying. They're so annoying that I don't think it's really worth it. No, there could be Orem. Another stump here. Oh. Now there's another treasure there. But is it worth it? Yeah, I don't know. Well, first off, let's go leave. We're gonna leave. We're gonna come back. We're gonna move some skills around. No. I think there is a possibility that we might get an 8 combo if we nail this. Best treasure in the game. It could be, I don't know. shoot, I killed him. Could have been an 8. Oh well. It is what it is. Now let's make Urshan a more important part of the party. Because right now Urshan is just... it's just whatever, right? Okay, I gotta remember how this is done. Gotta do this correctly. So the skill... Okay, so we gave Eddie to Urshan. Is there anything else we can give to Urshan that might be interesting? Molasses? Maybe. Okay. So by doing that, we can now combo chat into Urshan if we wanted to. Because fire plus wind is fire wind. Now we got to go back into the woods because I've been told by chat there's the best treasure in the game. And surely they would never lie to me. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Urshan's going ham. Preparing that power bomb. No, that didn't work. Wind into wind. I should have made like tornado. Wow, 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 wow. Why am I not using Urshan? She's clearly very strong. Oh, there we go. Urshan combo. Okay, now for the treasure. Now, I don't know if there's a difference when you put the apples on different stumps. There might be, but... There he goes. Oh. There was! Oh my god! We got an Earth Ward. Maybe chat wasn't lying after all. Impossible. Impossible. Resistance to earth attacks. Yeah, that would have been good for the boss. Increases chance of counterattack. Yeah, you get to keep that. Oh, by the way. Oh, you change between fire and ice. Ah, okay. I remember seeing another stump around here. Yeah, it's right there. Oop. Chat never lies. Okay, that is a lie. But that led to nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe he was in the tree. What if fire would work well against these guys? I mean, they are mushrooms. Hmm. There's another stump here. Wait, I think that's the same stump I just circled back around. Version, please. Okay, no, there was nothing here. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, that was easy. If only they were all this easy. There was a passageway in here. Oh. Is that 30 apples? No. Just a single apple. Well, we gotta find the pit that leads us to both treasures here. Oh, there's one. Aura ring. What does Aura ring do? This is wears resistance to mind attacks. Oh man. Who's weak to mind though? They might all be weak to mind. Ah, yeah, maybe. Let's equip it to chat then. Because earth attacks, I mean, they're fairly rare. But mind attacks, if it stops confusion, oh man. That's the best. Okay, so if that's there, that means where we need to fall into is top left. Should be around here. An herb. wasn't worth it. I mean, we got the mind ring, so at least there's that. And it doesn't seem that worth it, though. Spent a lot of time here. For what exactly? 2 rings and apples? And some herbs? Doesn't seem like a win to me. Oh, the ring is working. What? What? Okay, that was good. We just chained 2 fire winds. Bet you never seen a village like this before. Well, no. Well, there's a good reason for all the traps. You mean because of the passageway to Sinesta? Oh. You knew about that already, did you? Oh boy, maps. That's right. There's a passageway to Sinesta here. A lot of people from Sinesta fled here during the war using it. Even though the war may be over, it's our job to protect it, in case anyone ever needs to use it again. That's why we're here, Mr. Mayor. We want to use it ourselves. Well, sure, why not? You don't look like Imperial types. I'll open up the passageway tomorrow morning. You can stay at the inn until then. Uh-oh. It's Lan Fu. Fu Lu. Got his name. The Emperor Dragon. You're awake, eh? How do you feel? You were asleep for a long time, you know. You must be wondering where you are. My name's Bunyan. I live here in the Zinga Mountains. Found you a few days ago, collapsed down by the river. Brought you here and dressed your wounds. Then I am in your debt, Bunyan, yes? No need to thank me. More important, are you alright? He's not all right. Don't push yourself too hard. I've seen men die from burns as bad as yours. You should rest some more. Unless, of course, you've got somewhere to go. Fulu. It is Fulu. My name. Fulu, you say? That's interesting. Same name as the first emperor, eh? Thank you for letting us use the shortcut, Mr. Mayor. No worries. Be careful and all that. The entrance to the passageway is up that road there. All right then, let's get going. Can't believe he fell for it again. Well, that will allow us to heal, save. And then we'll take the passage to Sinesta. I feel like there's a lot of customization in this game, but the problem with games with heavy customization is usually there's a good way to do it and there's a bad way to do it. Go on through, mind your step. And I'm just worried that we might be leveling our guys wrong. And I wouldn't know because, well, I'll know eventually when I get bodied by everything. But it's not like chat's gonna help me out because they would find me struggling funny and hilarious. Is that a water bomb? Was not reading. Ooh, bats? Army bat? Bats can't join the army. I mean, it is possible. It's very possible. What do you do, Army Bat? That's a vicious attack. Well, let's guard up. Is that all you got there, little bat? Lucky strike. Okay. I wonder if he has high evasion because he didn't have a lot of health. Didn't I just double back? How embarrassing. Oh, we should be fine, because usually enemies don't really dodge magic. Yeah, it's over. Though you'd think magic should be dodgeable, right? Unless it's like Parasite Eve. Or in Parasite Eve, they activated your mitochondria. Can't really miss that. But the question is, are mitochondria magic? Well, that's a huge can of worms right there. Oh. Tadpoles. Oh, they got snooze. Kind of want to learn that, but I kind of don't want to die either. If they don't die, that's my highest combo. Oh, we were one short. One short from getting our new ability. Babby frogs. I had a lot of health though. Kind of worried about that. I'm not liking this. Feel like I missed out on some treasure. Yeah? Kinda don't want to learn this, though. Oh! We got it! Chat learned snooze. Oh no. I'm pretty sure chat's snoozing at the moment. Ooh, nice. Some ammonia. I think I got everything from these guys. So we'll just roast and toast them. Snooze emote when? We already got one though. Yeah, these guys are not too hard, which is... Oh, nice. Need that for our skills. I'm glad that something that's so useful is a monster drop. Also, I think I just got ambushed. I think red screen is ambush. Yeah. Oh. Nothing. Will Rock Blast work against these guys? They are flying. Hey there, Rusty. How you doing? Portion leveled up. I should probably read up on the game. See if we're not building the characters wrong. Then again, maybe it would be better just to keep it like that. I don't know if it's a hard game or not, because I don't want to get stonewalled. Hmm? This lonely zombie only wants to make friends. Literally. I don't like the sound of that. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, let's just eliminate them for now. Holy cow, how much health do you have? 9 hits? So close. Sometimes the ground is not that easy to read. It's not really obvious where to go. Oh, shoot. I wonder. We're gonna try something crazy. No, it didn't combo. I wonder if there's anything we can learn off of this guy. It doesn't seem like it, but there might be. Oh, we have learned Feint. What does Feint do? Confuses enemy. Oh. Very interesting. That's a pretty good ability. I'm sure it combos with something, but what, I do not know. Oh, so when you're on the bench, you don't actually... What's charge do? Oh. That's what it does. It's auto battle. Wow, 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 wow. But yeah, so from what I understand now, going on the bench is only temporary AP. Alright, see you later there, Rombi. Have a good one. We arrived in Sinesta. Oh, this music. I've heard it in many, many compilations. So this is Sinesta. This town took the brunt of the fighting during the war. They told us that, like Chamba, it had been contaminated by a hex during the war. It's certainly a lot livelier than Chamba, though. Yeah, it's also where Elena disappeared. Don't worry, Cray. I'm sure we'll find something here that will help us find her. He's so crazy. How's the breath? Minty. Oh. That's an emo right there. These clothes are pretty nice, huh? I've got them from the Windian Princess. Princess? Hello there, I'll be glad to talk to you. But first I have to see the children's meal. I'm so hungry. Where's Chino? I hope he gets back soon. Chino must be running around town somewhere again. He's such a kid. Yeah, I'm hungry. None of us can eat until Chino gets back. Chino's his last name. His first name is Cap. The Windian Princess recently visited us on a goodwill tour. She made a generous donation of clothes and toys for the children. All of us don't have mommies or daddies anymore. Sister Lyda takes care of us now. Why am I robbing the orphanage? I feel like this is a bad look. Chino, you come back here right now. Oh, she's dead. No way. Whew. I gotta catch Chino. Whew. What, you think you can catch me? No way, I'm the fastest. No one can catch me. Help catch Chino. Literally on him. Whoa, you got me. All right, I'll go home with the sister. I see you've come back, and you've got Chino with you. Yes, Sister Lyda. Lita. These people were kind enough to help me find him. Well, thank you very much for your help. All right, children, now that everyone's here, let's eat. Now then, why don't we go upstairs and talk? Yes, it's true. Her Highness Princess Alina did honor us with a visit. She was very kind to the children, who, as you know, lost their parents during the war. She left them many gifts of clothing and other things. I was very impressed by her compassion and generosity. What then? Where did Alina and the people with her go when they left? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but please, we'd be grateful if you could tell us anything. I know. Chino. Chino, do you know where my sister, where the princess went when she left here? You bet I do, but I won't tell you. You caught me when we played tag before. This time, you'll have to play hide and seek with us. If you can find all of us, I'll tell you where she went. Hey everyone, hide and seek! Another minigame. Oh no! The kids are, well, she's such a klutz. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I didn't intend for you to have to. It's alright, sister. Besides, if Chino does know what happened to my sister, I'll do whatever I have to do to get him to tell me. Well, let's go try and find him. I'm sorry, I tried to catch them. No, these guys don't care. Whoops, you found me. Alright, I'll tell you where to find Rudd. He said he'd hide under the eastern wall. I wasn't trying to hide from you. I don't play hide and seek. That's for kids. You tell him. Aw, you found me already? Alright, I'll tell you where to find Goet. I saw him go off towards the gate. During the war, this city was attacked by the Empire with their hex cannon, what they call the carronade. Up until just a little while ago, it was still so bad that no one could live here at all. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find them. It's hard to believe that just a little while ago, this place was filled with that horrible black hex mist. This house belongs to the magnificent Marlock. It's not a place for people like you to hang around. I plan to travel the world paying my way with what I earn from my performances. I've heard that one of the merchants here has some kind of deal with the Empire. I wonder what kind of person would do business with their enemy. You must be very brave or very greedy. So mysterious. I didn't think you'd find me this soon. You probably won't be able to find Moto so easy though. Probably can't see him. Not even from the top of the bridge in the center of the town. I'm gonna assume this. I don't see him. We managed to get rid of the hex, but there are still some monsters left in the buildings. That's why I'm guarding this staircase. Make sure nothing gets in or out. Oh, found you. Drat, you got me. Okay, I'll tell you where Kanoko is. From here, walk six steps south, and 16 steps west, and north 1 step. After that, you'll have to walk west 3 steps, then south 3 steps. Alright, boys, write this down. South 6, west 16, north 1, west 3, south 3. Well, I guess I just need to go south 6 and west 23. What's west? Oh, I think that was the... Was it this guy? Smoking guy here. The town sure takes a lot out of you with all these stairs. Whoops, looked like you found me, huh? You're looking for Nama. She told me she was going to go hide on the stairs. We did that. This place was a mess after the war, but now that we've gotten the buildings all repaired, people are starting to move back. Nice. This town suffered the most during the war. A lot of people were injured or killed. I heard some princess or something came on a goodwill visit a while ago to help lift people's spirits. This town was on the front line during the war, which means it's the perfect place to set up shop now that the war's over. Well, they could be in a building. Hey there, Freeport. How you doing? A lot of people from the West who want to sell things come here to this town. You got me. Have you found everyone yet? If you're not sure, you should go back and count how many of us you found. +1 to hits. Ooh. Probably the end. Is that a chest? Does this game have city building mechanics? No. Not that I'm aware of, at least. Have you found everyone yet? Maybe I should have told you just to go to the inn, huh? Goofball. Did you see Moto? Try looking north from the top of the bridge. Actually, yeah, Breath of Fire 2 did. Did we find Moto? Yeah, and the city building mechanic is pretty important as well. Like if you build the if you bring in the wrong people and stuff, it's actually not that good. I don't know your names. Who's Moto? Is he from Rock and Roll? Not Rock and Roll Racing. Biker Mice from Mars? One child missing. It's Chino. Large number of underground rooms that are currently not in use. They were target of a hex attack. Although the city has been purified, apparently there are still monsters that thrive underground. It's possible that Chino may have snuck past the guard and is hiding underground. Well, we'll go look for him then. Yeah, we kind of need him. You will? Oh, thank you so much. Good luck and be careful. It's probably going to be a dungeon though. Whoa, I'm sorry, but you can't go in there. The area underground is still infested with monsters. Yeah, but I kind of need to go. What? One of the orphans went down there. That's impossible. I've been standing here watching the entrance all day. Or are you saying that I'm not doing my job? Whew. I'm really thirsty now after all that shouting. Water, get you cool, clean water here. I wonder if he'll buy water again today. Water. Just drinks a whole jug. Get your water here. Hey, I'm drinking here. Oh. They might give me something though. Snap. And chlorine. Did I hit the end? I guess not. Chat has learned how to snap. Escape. Oh, we got a new move, which is pretty nice. We got some ribs. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, eh? Gonna need some, who's gonna stop me? You, chat? Today is Jake's birthday. Well, happy birthday to Jake. He's still around. Look at this guy. Slobbering all over. I have not. I didn't even know it was birthday today. I can assure you he has no idea when my birthday is. All right, and so I think we will call it there for Breath of Fire. Gonna take a small break, and we'll be back with some mahjong after the break. So stay tuned for that.